there. You want to walk 4 more blocks to get there in a New York minute, because all you ever need in New York is a minute, and we stretch it like our imaginations. Like single mothers stretch dollars to buy groceries, to cook dinner, then stretch dinner to make lunch, to take to work the next day. Or stretch it like the young and the ambitious of this city stretch the truth, because New York is where the next best thing pretends to be the next big thing, and we all play along, because all you really need is a good song and a good dance to make $1. New York is a party, and Brooklyn is a nightclub. Gentrified neighborhoods are our VIP section. Landlords are the bouncers. Real estate agents work the door, keeping out the poor. So how much are you willing to pay to get in? Because it doesn't matter who you are or who you know. All that matters is who knows you. And so we hustle and we grind, we sing and we dance until the answer is everybody. New York is a party, and our favorite song is a paycheck. And we can't wait until Friday. When our favorite song comes on. We dance the entire week in the way we brunch, we Bloody Mary, we mimosa, we house party. Party in the top floor hotels you can never even afford to stay a night at. New York City. Home to America's middle children waving their middle fingers to the police, the dealers, and the users, the serial daters, and the abusers. Welcome to the inner city, the inner circle of life. If you want to join the cipher, just put on your dancing shoes and let the rhythm guide you to the destination of your heart's desire, because New York, baby, is one big party, and everyone's invited.
Hold me in the crossed fingers of a promised tomorrow. Embrace me like you understand that young is not an age, but simply a cemetery with a good die. I've seen people drown in the fountain of their own youth, bodies tossed away in search of desire, sinking to the bottom like nickels and pennies of flesh for family and friends to wish upon like stars. It is not enough to tell your loved ones that you love them. When is the last time you hugged someone in a way that said, I love you? How broad is your body language vocabulary? How fluent do your fingers speak affection? Into action speak louder than words, and if you only use your lips to talk, you are talking too much. Shh, hold my hand. Press yourself against the palm of adults who have to do their own research to educate themselves on what it means to be loved. Kiss the frontal lobe of every child who has to play substitute teacher, who takes attendance every day and has to mark their father or their mother physically or emotionally absent every day. Nestle your forehead beneath the chins of women who hope to meet someone who genuinely wants to get to know them, but open their legs simply because it is the only way they were ever taught to open a conversation. Let your shoulders sit in the soaking wet of men who still haven't figured out the only people who believe men don't cry are men. Hold my hand. Rub my forearm. Kiss me. Affection is a lost art form, and your love is anthropology. And we may not live long enough to see the world realize that technology interrupts us more than it connects us, long enough for us to see the world realize the male species has grown too homophobic to acknowledge the beauty and manhood, long enough for us to see the world realize that we have stripped our women of their freedom to be vulnerable and forced them to resent all things feminine as a means of survival. The reality is we have all starved the poor and fed the ego, where we should have been feeding the poor and starving the ego. Affection. Your love in the form of selfless physical contact can cure high blood pressure and alleviate anxiety. You can fill an oxytocin prescription with your palms. There's a pharmacy in your fingers. You have healing in your hands, and somewhere close by, someone is dying for your touch.
All these years, all these generations, all your scientific theories of ethnic inferiority, all your lynchings, all your slander, all your propaganda, all your spilling of innocent blood, all your human engineered disparity, after all the lies you'll trickle down to your descendants after you've worked so hard, you are still unable to deny our beauty. Melanin strips European intelligence down to arrogance, shallow. The deepest thought conjured up by the racist mind only goes skin deep, delightful. To know 1/10 of an inch thick of brown is all it takes to pull you out of character. Reminder, My skin is not your gun license. No. My skin is not your right to bear arms. My skin is not probable cause. No, I am not nigger. I am not Negro. I am not colored. I am not the minority. I'm not African American. I'm not black. Wait, you say you don't like me, yet you alter yourself to look just like me. I'm the one thing you refuse to admit. I am beautiful.
Don't let the difference in our direction or hue in the spectrum blind you to the fact that we are all light, shining from the same source, traveling to the same destination. Yeah. We are one.